Evening Warriors, I'm Wraith, and I'm only happy when it rains. Sometimes. Welcome to another episode, Big Apple 3M, where it may be late, but the night is still young. Hey, Christopher, how are you? Energy returns on Saturday at AWT. Yeah, finally. But I think she's going to lose, because she's not going to lose against Will. It's stupid to bring her back after such a long time, and then, oh, well, have her lose against Willow. Uh, no, no. Hey, what's up, Penguin? You're a little early. Cool. Almost first. Yes, almost. Hmm. What name should I put? Dur. I got it. I would have streamed a little earlier, but I was a little sick today, and I just needed a rest. Not so sick that I can't stream. Just I definitely have to end this by no more than 4. This game is also one of the greatest GameCube games of all time. One of the greatest Zelda games of all time. I dismissed it the first time it arrived, or actually it was shown to the world. I hated it. I hated the art style. I hated everything about it. Then I got it, played it, loved it. Just got back from errands. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, I was here first. Yeah, he was. Missed it by like a minute or two. That's almost. I've been very busy playing Diablo 4 expansion. Oh, that was out, right? Yeah, a couple of you guys were mentioning that. I have the game, I just never really got into it. Talk about Diablo 4, right? Yeah, Diablo 4. No, how did I not? I forget it already when I just read that. Yeah, yeah, I gotcha. Warlock is such a fun new class. Oh, Warlock. I think I'd be Warlock. The hero of time was not there because he was trapped in Termina by the Skull Kid. Basically, they use evil magic to fight evil. Gotcha. What became of that kingdom? None remain who know. Actually, some do. Alright, I get it. Like, can I fast forward to this? You summon and use demons in your cause, and mine throws out giant flaming skulls. Dang, very Mortal Kombat. I like that. How's the weather where you guys are? It's raining here. Happy 32nd birthday to the new AEW Women's World Champion Toxic Spider, Thekla, today. It's her birthday? Cool. By the way, I didn't like how MJF lost to Kevin Knight. I get it. I get it. But Kevin Knight isn't that good. He's okay. Oh, look at this lazy bum. She's 32 years old. Wow, she's still young. Yep. That's me in the morning. I can go for some cake, to be honest. Birthday cake, I mean. I mean, well, okay. Yeah, birthday cake. Birthday's awesome. Here you go. Come on, climb down. Oh, got him. I think I do have the limited edition Wind Waker HD for Wii U. Not the console itself, but just the one that comes with the dome Ganondorf, which looks boss, by the way. I love collecting video game figures. And I had two, they just came in yesterday. And I'm gonna make a video about it. What figures? Ooh, you will see. Haha. I would love to stop calling people bitches, but there's too many dumb bitches in AEW. Thecla said that yesterday. Yeah, I heard that one. I heard that. That was great. She's a good heel. Yeah, wipe your nose, dude. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, Nana. No birthday cake? Oh, thank you. Did you sew that for me, Grandma? Try these on. Time certainly flies by. I can't believe. Okay, I don't everything. He's like, ugh. Where did she get them in the first place? You only have to wear them for one day, so don't look so down. The legendary hero. So what? How old was he? Like what? 12 or something? 11? Who's excited to see Anna J? Me. I'm always excited to see Anna J. I'm glad she's back because she has been around and she could wrestle. I don't know why she was away for such a long time, but here she is. Put her more in a prominent role. She'll end up in NXT sooner. Says who? TK has not done anything with her. That doesn't mean she's going to NXT. She's gonna be in Collision this Saturday. Her contract is up this year. That's true, but she may resign. Her boyfriend's in AEW. It's not like WWE's knocking on her door. We'll make you a star. We'll make you as good as Jade and Blake Monroe. Anna Jay's challenging Will Nightingale for the TV Championship on Collision. It would be a good upset if she won. And she will lose. Yeah, well. That's because they wanted to keep their girl number one. But she's okay too. Yeah, I guess. Still better than what they're doing with Blake. Look at the giant dome he has. If she goes to NXT, she'll. That's what everybody fucking says. Oh, they're gonna go to WWE and she's gonna be in WrestleMania. I'm a front and center, and then the spotlight. No. Look what they look how they fucked up Blake Monroe. Mariah May. Mariah May was awesome in AEW, and then she's just like fucking got downgraded so much. Just because you go to another promotion doesn't mean you guarantee success. Cody's the only one that has like the biggest success so far. That's because first of all, he wasn't even true AEW, like born and bred. He was WWE first. He helped start the revolution. Props to him. And then something happened, and then he left. I don't expect the same for Ricky Saints or Ethan Page. Blake Monroe is on the main roster now. So she's losing to people on the main roster now. I mean, Jade was the women's champ, and she had a match, and she hadn't defend her title in a long time. She's a paper champion. She's not a good champion. She's not even AEW. I never liked Jade. She's all about fame. She's not like, she doesn't care about wrestling. That's why she went to WWE, because they were like, hey, we're gonna get you. We're gonna put you in magazines. We're gonna put you in movies. We're gonna do this and that. And then she's like, okay, and that's fine. If she wants to do that, that's fine. Can I sneak over there? I sneak over. Oh, wait, hey. There you go, Seidel. I think some wrestlers are better off in different. Yeah, some wrestlers are better off in WWE. Some wrestlers are better off in AEW. I know for a fucking fact. Andrade is way better in AEW than WWE. And now that Malachi was talking all this shit about AEW, he's like, oh yeah, I love WWE and this and that and blah blah blah, and they let him go. All right. And a lot of people in AEW don't like him. They're like, no, we don't want him back. So we'll see what happens. Still got a belt and the WWE pre-up, bro. She got the money. I don't give two fucks. Don't give two fucks. She's still not a good wrestler to me. There are much better female wrestlers, like Rhea Ripley. Good. She beat her. Awesome. I think Apollo Crews would be better in AEW. We'll find out. What I want is I want the homegrown AEW talent to be big. They should be like front and center. The guys who came from WWE had their chance. I'm not saying they shouldn't get blown up. I'm saying they shouldn't be priority. It's very rare that that happens. John Moxley was one. Tony Storm's another one. And then you have Jericho, of course. And then Swerve. Look at Thekla. Thekla's champion. She was never. Was she in WWE? I forget. My point was she got a massive push. Nothing to do with her opinion of her. Push means nothing if the audience doesn't care for her. They can push people to the moon and. I mean, to their audience, to the WWE audience, yeah, she may be a big star. She may be the shit, but to me, To me, she's still as green as Link's tunic right here. I wouldn't mind to see Nikki Cross versus. I heard she trademarked her name or a different name, like Nikki Nikki something, I forget. And the best in the galaxy. So I think she's going to AEW. I think. I heard the Motor City dudes are going to AEW. I think Malachi and Selena will go to TNA, be like straight up to the top. That's a possibility too. I didn't know his wife was that big of a wrestler. I thought she was like behind the scenes or something. Nikki Cross would be better in AEW or TNA. She just yeah, she does. She does. She can wrestle and she has like a good gimmick. I always like that Nikki Ash character. What's the superhero one? Yeah, I always like that one. Hello, user Alex. The Legend of Zelda toy favorite game. Is toy favorite game? Me no understand. Into the wall, okay. Santos will go to AAA, no brainer. Good. That's your favorite Zelda game? Awesome. And by the way, welcome to the stream. This is one of my favorite Zelda games. And my favorite Zelda game of all time is take a guess. But enough of that, Wraith. I sense the natural talent that beats in your veins. But you need more talent to make it into the world today. You must also be bold. And to that end, I shall teach you the art of swordplay. What say you? Yes'm. I am done that game? Okay. The Dark World? What's the Dark World? There is no Zelda game called Dark World. Okay. Keep thrusting. That's what I did. The game blew my mind. Just when you think it's over, you have the flip side world to do. One of the first games ever to do that. Oh, you mean like A Link to the Past? Yes. That is my absolute favorite Zelda game ever. There's also a Legend of Zelda soundtrack coming out. I think for the 30th or 40th anniversary, and I'm getting that. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Hey, what's up, Tres? ¿Cómo estás, man? Oh yeah, oops. Hope you all having a great day. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. It's raining now here in New York. What about where you are? So I did. Hmm. Yes. 10 of those. All right. Guess what? I'm gonna do this. Nice, nice, dude. You went to the gym? Oh, I didn't even work out today because I felt sick. My stomach hurt, like bad. It wasn't like it was weird because it wasn't like I had to use the bathroom. It was more like I felt like somebody punched me really hard in the stomach, like someone really strong punched me in the stomach, like that's how it felt like. But I feel better though. Where do I go now? It's a snotty kid. What do you want, snotty kid? So, aren't those cold hot? Wipe your nose, dude. Yep, there that goes. What'd you have for dinner, Therese? What did everyone have for dinner? I didn't have that much for dinner. I had a sandwich. That's it. Because like I said before, I wasn't feeling too well. So there's that. Pizza from where? Hope you're feeling better soon. Our son, whatever. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope so too. I'm not gonna make this a long stream. I'll stop like at 10. I'm sorry, it's 10. 4. I saw the time said 2:10. I was like, yeah, not 10, no, 10. It's like 8 hours from now. I had rice, corn, sausage for dinner. Cool. Now, what kind of sausage? You talking about like Hillshire Farms or homemade or like frozen? What red post box? Oh, I see it. Yeah, I am. What do you call those people? I forgot. I had. Oh. Uh-oh. Here goes the Boyd. Boom, mow, mow. No, just regular sausage. Okay. Got him. Shh. I'll go help her out. Come on. What's up, Ski? There he is. There he is. What's up, dude? How you been, dude? What'd you have for dinner? Dun, 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 dun. That was close. Wait, I thought I had my sword. Ugh, bullshit. Hold on a second. This is kind of... No, not... Damn. Oh man, had my phone hospitalized for a week, and the world around me collapsed. Beware of the phone trap. Oh, what happened? What happened, dude? You alright? ¿Qué pasó? Alright, be right back. All right, back. You give your phone to a service back to use, but all your digital life is on it. You lose everything if you lose your phone. That's what I felt. Ooh, wait, what video game are you playing? I am playing The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Have you guys played this before? Don't tell me you guys haven't played this before. It's damn good. Like Kurt Angle. Oh, it's damn good. Grandma, can I get a sword? It's weird to see you play a game that didn't originally come out 20 years ago. But I play all types of games. I play retro and new. I mean, you guys see me play Warhammer and Pragmata. No, I have never. You'd never played Zelda? I think this is a good place for you to start. Because you start with Ocarina of Time, which is a masterpiece. It may be too dated for you. This game is I'm telling you, it's excellent. You'll like it. The graphics are good too, see it? This is exactly how it looked like in a GameCube 20 something years ago. Dang. It's a long time ago. Ocarina of Time and 64, good times. Yup. I love to see them remake the originals. You know what? That's what's weird. They remade Metroid on Game Boy Advance, Zero Mission, but they never ever remade the first two Zelda games. I don't get it. Reintroduce them to a new generation and put the originals we're playing too, just for nostalgia. Yeah, exactly. Zelda 1 remake would kick ass. Yes. They should make a remake the same way they had the Dragon Quest remakes, 2D HD. You know what I mean? That Nintendo should do that with all their 2D games. All their 2D games. 2D HD is one of the best graphical effects I've ever seen in a video game. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up games Octopath Traveler, which I played very early on my YouTube channel, and Dragon Quest remakes 1 and 2. Oh my goodness. Like it looks beautiful. I used to be with it, then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with isn't it, and what's it seems weird and scary to me. it'll happen to you. No way, man. You're gonna be rocking out forever. 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 That scene is so sad because it's so fucking true. How's it going, BC? Did you ever see the interaction between Stone Cold and Cody on the favorite Zelda game? I think so. I have, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. Stone Cold said Breath of the Wild and Cody looked like he had gotten smacked in the face. He said, that is a bold choice. For someone his age, yeah. Let me tell you something, bitch. Breath of the Wild is the best one. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. But you ask Cody, he's like, so what's your favorite Zelda game? Ocarina of Time. What? Ocarina of Time. What? Cody's just a piece of trash. I can't even do a good Stone Cold, but... Better run, pig. Better run, pig. I don't think I've ever seen you before. What'd you want? Okay. That pig. Ocarina is understandable. Ocarina is a masterpiece. I heard rumors that Nintendo's remaking Ocarina of Time in Unreal Engine 5. Now, if that's the case, you guys have never played Zelda game, that's your cue. BC, are you a Zelda fan? Oh, nice. More? Alright. If you say so, lady. If you do that, I will play it again. I rage quit on Water Temple. I beat the Water Temple way back when. Took me a while, but I did it. And I'm on my own. Didn't use Nintendo Power, didn't use any video game magazines or asked a friend or anything. Never played Zelda? Not your thing? Okay. What is your thing? That didn't sound right. What is the game genre you enjoy the most? As long as they fix the Water Temple. They kind of did that with Ocarina of Time 3D. They did that. Did you play the 3DS one? Who's this? So you guys didn't play Twilight Princess, right? Because Twilight Princess is the shit. Oh yeah, stole someone's money. Everyone is starting to show up. Hope so. I guess that means starting at 12 doesn't mean anything, but oh well. I don't care. Never played another Zelda game after the Water Temple. This one is directly after. Uh, where'd it go? I see ya. We're gonna go in the ocean? Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, okay. Twilight Princess still sealed in the box. Should have played it when it came out 20 years ago. You have it sealed? Really? Pretty sure I dove into Final Fantasy after. That's a huge difference. Final Fantasy and then Zelda. Who here doesn't like Final Fantasy? I like the older Final Fantasies. I haven't played 12 or 13. I know 12 came out PS2 and everything, but I'm just saying. Yeah. Gitata here? What's Gitata? Not a Final Fantasy fan either. Final Fantasy 10 for the win. With the laugh. Ha 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 ha. Or something like that. Final Fantasy 6 and 7 are goated. Yep. The greatest Final Fantasy game of all time is Final Fantasy 6. Not 7. 6. Get out of here is what you say. Oh. Get out of here. Get out. Hey, get out of here. Hey, it's right here, right? It's right here. Sorry, 7 is the correct answer. No. 6 is. You know what I wish though? I did wish Square would make Final Fantasy 6 3D like they originally intended for the 64. Did you guys ever see the footage for that? Like, I remember I was so hyped when I saw that. I was like, whoa. Yes, I want this game now. Siete. No. Seis. Siete a huevo. What does that say? Increase your fortune. Alright. What about this? What's here? Siete a huevo. That's how many viewers I have now. Siete. Go get a link. Ooh. Yay. I do have. Oh, I didn't tell you guys, did I? I do have Final Fantasy VII Remake on Switch too, but I haven't played it. I want to beat Resident Evil Requiem first because I think because I have to relinquish game data. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't. The stupid game key cards. That's what I hate. The game key cards. It's not physical. Sieben. Sieben. Oh, look, it's a Moglin. Whoosh. Thank you. Boom, boom. Go ahead, climb it, dude. There you go. Dun, dun. What's this? Oh, I need a bomb though. Sometime in the 2000s, saw Final Fantasy 7 on a shelf way past its due time. Should I buy or should I not? I didn't get it, and it hurts until today. I've never played Final Fantasy 7 until COVID. Once COVID hit and I had nothing to do, and I wasn't working, I decided, you know what? And there was a sale on the eShop. I go, you know what? Now's good as time as any to play a video game because we can't go anywhere, can't do anything. All right, well, here we go. And I enjoyed every single second of it. I should have recorded it, but oh well. But I am going to record the Final Fantasy VII Remake one. And if they ever make a 2D HD Final Fantasy VI, I'm definitely going to replay that one. I have not played that one since I had a Super Nintendo. Final Fantasy VII remakes are really great. Still playing the second part of it. How many parts are there? There's like 3, right? But the third one isn't out yet. Nice, cool, really uptick in what? There will be 3. Okay, so 2 just came out. The Quality Learning Center in Minneapolis has been abandoned. Good. They should put in a gun range in there. I'm glad that finally, our government is doing something about the garbage that's been around for a while. You'll turn into a mosque? Better not. Oh, that's another thing they should do. Nick Shirley should definitely go after mosques. Final Fantasy 12 is a solid game, but you have to. Oh. 12. It's funny how. And what surprised me, and one of the reasons why I bought Final Fantasy 7, the original for Switch, was because that is the first time, and I have the physical that has the 2 games in one, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8 in a Switch cartridge. I still have it sealed. That is the first Final Fantasy game since Final Fantasy 6 that was on a Nintendo system. Insane, right? I remember back then they were saying, "Oh, Final Fantasy 7 or the Final Fantasy franchise will never come back to Nintendo systems." The first mainline one. I know they have Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for GameCube. That is not the same. It is not the same. I remember I was hyped for that, but I never really played it. Wait, didn't we have this for Switch or something? I gotta check that. If you don't master the gambit system, your enjoyment will be much less. Gotcha. You know what's a RPG you guys gotta play? For those of you that like RPGs, Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh my goodness, that game. Woo. Uh-oh. Xenoblade Chronicles are basically Nintendo's Final Fantasy. Amazing games. What would be wrong with a mosque? All religions should be allowed. When a certain religion calls for death, then it shouldn't be allowed in this country. You really want to have that talk? Because anybody else want to chime in on why we shouldn't have mosques? Hey, what's up, Dallas? Do you understand what you're asking? We're pirates, you know. Pirates are the terror of the seas. Oh, what's that? What's the one made by Rare? You're a pirate. I kind of want to get into that. I forget. Yar, why do we get to bring us some helpless little kid along with us? I tell you what we get. A headache. I know how you must feel with your sister having been kidnapped and all. But that doesn't really have anything to do with us. Now, does it? Damn. How do you figure that? Whoa, whoa, whoa there. Just who are you? We can get off butting in on someone else's conversation. Please, all I mean to say is that if you big bad pirates hadn't come to this quiet little island, that poor girl wouldn't have been snatched away by that bird. And just what do you mean by that? Just be quiet for a moment and I'll tell you. Now, as my work entails delivering letters, I spend much of my time traveling amongst the many different islands. As a result, I hear many things. Haven't any of you heard that young girls have been getting kidnapped lately from all regions of the Great Sea? No matter, whether you heard it or not, that seems to be the case. Young girls with long ears like yours have been getting kidnapped, never to be seen again. Unless my eyes fail me, the young girl who was just kidnapped from this island also has long ears. Does she not? Much like you do, Miss Fearsome Pirate. My point is that the bird mistook that poor girl for you, and that's why it grabbed her. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was young Wraith here, thank you, who saved you from the monsters in the forest. Wasn't it? Is this true? Oh, and while I'm at it, I may as well tell you that the bird that kidnapped both of you and Wraith's sister has made its foul nest to the north on the heights of the Forsaken Fortress. The Forsaken Fortress? Isn't that the place where... Sorry, that's not a religion, it's a political ideology. A very awful political ideology. Went to break a little early. Cool, awesome. See, that's what the J's do too. Religion is a political ideology. Out of the three religions, only Christ is chill. Facts. Too many Christians do not follow the teachings of Christ. Then guess what? They're not Christians then. I already said this many times on my stream, where I despise people who act Christian, who pretend to be Christian, and do the complete opposite. Like Sarah Stock. You guys heard me talk about Sarah Stock many times. She's an awful human being. So, and now you have someone like the Quartering, who's Christian now, but his behavior says otherwise. So, yeah, just because you're Christian, that doesn't mean, just because you claim you're Christian, that doesn't absolve you of being criticized as well. I'm not real Christians. hold it together. We're not like, oh, he's Christian, we're cool. No, it's okay. He can hit his wife. No, no, no. That's not cool. Christ would not want anyone to be discriminated against, regardless of religion. And what would he say about a religion that actually calls for death? See, you're you're talking a perspective on Christ wouldn't like this. Talking about us, he wouldn't like you saying, "Oh, it's bad to condemn another person for their religious beliefs." Well, Jesus never encountered Islam because Islam didn't exist until 500 years after his death. But I guarantee you, if Jesus heard of Islam, he would 100% condemn it. I mean, he wouldn't damn them to hell, but he would say, you need to save yourselves and stay away from that. Let those who live in glass houses throw the first stone, and let everyone throw stones so that the glass will shatter and pierce us all, because that's what's happening in the world. And those who throw stones at the house shout Allah Akbar before all the pieces fall on innocent people. That's the difference, too. I know many people like to forget 9/11. As a New Yorker and as a good human being, I tend not to forget it. I purposely don't forget it. I'm reminded each year, because I'm in New York, about 9/11. And something tells me our illustrious and lovely new mayor is not going to make a big deal about it. But we'll see. And for anyone that goes, well, that's 20 years ago, right? That's 25 years ago. There hasn't been anything. Oh, right. I forgot. Just a month and a half ago, this fucking sadistic moron, who's also Islamic, tried to throw a bomb that was full of nails into a public sidewalk full of innocent people. Yeah. So once they're gone, I'll stop talking shit. Thank you, Dallas. I'll never forget, and I don't want to forget. I know some people in this country, some people in this world, some people in our government like to forget. Oh, they just want peace. No, no, they don't want peace. They say they want peace because they practice taqiyya. For those who don't know what that is, Taqiyya, look it up, is a practice that is allowed in Islam where they are allowed to lie and deceive people into thinking they're not bad, that they don't follow Islam, just so they can infiltrate another person's land. It still pisses me off when memory. Wait, still pisses me off how was memory hold. I'm just gonna chalk it off to I'm still pissed off that it happened. Me too. Me too. And that's what people like to do. People like to see a tragedy and then be all upset about it, and then with time forget it never happened. I bet you there's stories where I can think of right now. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot that happened. Well, I forgot that happened. I forgot that happened. Like, look at Hassan Piker, right? One of the worst streamers out there, but he has like millions and millions of subs, right? Did everyone forget that he electrocuted his dog? Remember that? But somehow he still has an audience. Somehow he still has people watching him and donating to him and following him when he's a known pile of garbage. Also, he's also on that side where he's like, yeah, America deserved 9/11. So when you say shit like that, something tells me you're not going to be in heaven when you pass away. United 93. Was that the one in Pennsylvania, or was that the one that crashed in Pennsylvania, or was that the one in the Pentagon? Wait, where the hell am I going? Oh yeah, Gussie Nana. Nana, I got something to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, never mind. He electrocuted the dog like it's nothing when it rose from its bed, I think. Bed, yeah. Can someone remind me what religion Piker follows? Yeah, the one that crashed because the people fought back. Yeah. And you know, I remember I've never watched a movie about 9/11. And I know there was this one with Nick Cage. And it was Nick Cage and a couple others. And I really couldn't watch it. I tried watching it. And this was maybe like 6-7 years ago. Because I didn't want to watch any movie about 9/11. And 6 years ago I said, you know what, let me try and watch one. And I tried. I didn't finish it. I don't remember if I did. But it got to the part where the firefighters were all trapped in the rubble, and I couldn't watch anymore because one, having some claustrophobia, that was just, no, I can't do that. Also, I felt really, really sad that actually happened to those men that tried to help innocent people. So, and it was like, man, the stuff real brave men go through, and people still shit on them today. Because back then, oh my God, we loved the NYPD. God bless the NYPD. We need the NYPD. And what do these ungrateful fucking assholes do now? Oh, defund the police. Why? Because some fucking fentanyl crackhead was killed on camera? All of a sudden, every cop is the worst thing in the world? No. They never sat right with me. So... Oh! You like it? Okay, go buy. Bait bag? No. Sure, I'll buy it. Sweet, thank you. Yes, I get it. Michael Pena, yes, thank you. I'm not into Hassan personally, but I'm also not against him either. I don't need to watch a horror, and I watched it live. It just feels masochistic. I get it. However you feel about Jon Stewart, he forced Congress to give life-saving benefits to first responders. One of the only things he did right, and there were other celebrities that did that. I forgot who though. But the fact of the matter is, you still have celebrities, and including him, that support Islam. This is the same group that fucking did this in the first place. And by the way, 9/11 wasn't even the first time they did that. They tried bombing. No, they did bomb the World Trade Center back in '93. And it's not the only place in the world they struck. So many places in the world, especially in Europe. And then we're supposed to fucking forget and ignore that they want that shit? Like, no, the hell. 102 Minutes That Changed America is the best 9/11 documentary and footage that exists. It hurts to watch, but it's a reminder. I gotta watch that. Bye. He looks so sad. He's like, bye. He went to all of their offices with the surviving first responders and confronted the congressional members. That was him back then. Look at Hollywood and look at people back then opposed to now. Jon Stewart would despise what I would say about Islam. He's like, oh, you Islamophobic piece of crap. You're just hateful. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and you support them? Didn't 20 years ago you didn't go in front of Congress and talk about, life-saving benefits for first responders? So what? What changed? And another thing, after the whole you know what thing I can't forget too, another image I can't forget is when that happened and you went to they had a camera in certain countries and then people were cheering, jumping up and down, celebrating that happened. I didn't forget that either. I didn't fucking forget that either. I'm sure those children that were cheering are in this country right fucking now. It starts before the plane hits, then shows the next one or two using footage from people on the ground and news footage as well. It's a must watch. I feel like I want to do a stream, maybe not on YouTube because YouTube, but Rumble, the anniversary of 9/11, whenever day that is, even if it's on a day that I'm streaming like Monday, let's say, sorry, Wednesday, I'm going to cancel that and do the stream on Rumble or something about that. That way we can show videos and talk about this and that more in depth as opposed to YouTube. Nano, 3 days before my birthday. Oh, your birthday's on the 14th? Nice. September 13th. I remember also exactly on September 2001 that Nintendo was supposed to release Advance Wars. You want to know something? Not I would say funny, but weird. So Nintendo delayed the release of Advance Wars for Game Boy Advance, the first one, because of 9/11, right? Understood, because it's a game about war and destruction. Gotcha. By the way, amazing series. Amazing series. Go play it if you haven't. People talk about Fire Emblem, go play Advance Wars. Fast forward to maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Remember there was a war, the war with Russia and Ukraine. Remember all that? Remember how everyone's all, oh, Ukraine, and now it's all fucking whatever. When that war started, Nintendo was supposed to release the reboot of Advance Wars 1 and 2, and they had to delay that because of the war. That's crazy. The Star Spangled Banner was written on my birthday. That's awesome, dude. Dallas patriotic right here. Going back to people in this country. Now, I understand there are people with different cultures and different lifestyles here. But you need to assimilate. That is necessary of the American way. That's why there is an America, right? You want immigrants? Cool. It's like what JFK said. Ask not what the country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. I understand that now. But we're not getting people like that. We're getting the people like, give me my money, give me my cars, give me my food, give me everything, give me everything free. Do you want to work? No. Do you want to learn English? No. What do you want to do? Nothing. Fuck you, give me my money. We're getting millions of that. We're not getting the immigrants that built businesses, that built cities, that built towns, that built communities. We're not getting that shit. We're getting fucking parasites and leeches. That's a huge difference. And not only that, we got people who are fucking brain dead who want to elect and appoint people from those said countries into Congress, into seats of power, like Ilhan Omar. Now, I wouldn't have any problem with her if she were actually like, okay, I love this country. I want people, all immigrations all races to do better here, which should happen. The point of this coming here is to do better, not to fucking leech off and be a fucking dick. But she's in Congress and she does nothing but shit on this amazing country. And white people, by the way. And by the way, her husband is white. Never ever trust a hypocrite. Her, AOC, Kamala, whatever. Oh, white people this, white people that. Married to a white person. The nerve of people telling me like, oh, Why are you so hateful? I'm like, I'd rather be hateful than a fucking hypocrite. Actually, I hate hypocrites. There you go. She is a hypocrite. I'm talking about the lady. Well, if you also talking about Tim Waltz, yeah, him too. Which I think he's gonna go to prison soon, by the way. Because now that we have people that are finally doing a job in this administration, people are getting arrested. The whole Somali thing, where the FBI raided, that should have happened a day or two after Nick Shirley exposed them. Not months, days, months. But for some reason, it took them months. Back in my day, if there were any rumors, even rumors about, oh, there's this scam daycare center that's raking in millions and there's no children, that all and every single government agency would have been all over that. Now it's like, well, we got to see. Oh, we don't know. I'm like, okay, sure. And then people still defend those assholes. Like, well, they're just here trying to. Like, no, they're trying to scam us. They have their cars, they have their homes. They're buying homes in fucking Africa with the money they make here. You know whose money? Our money. The money we give them because they're so poor and impoverished. I'm telling you, they're not here to make their lives better. They're here to stuff their fucking pockets. Elon should be going to prison for claiming her net worth was 38 million, then 60,000 a day. Later, fraud is all they know. Yeah, that's all they know. And what was her excuse? Oh, it was an accounting error. Oh, that's a big ass fucking error. No. Then an error would have been like, oh, 60,000. Oh, 600,000. Oh, it's a zero, or the decimal's out of point. But 38 million? She knows what she was doing. See, I'm telling you, and they want to play fucking dumb. And they want to play dumb. And that's the thing, because they come here and do this to our country because we allow it. Because we have all these freedoms. You can do what you want, right? Oh, freedom to do this. But no. But when you take advantage of our hospitality and our good nature, then fuck off. That's what I'm saying. So, you mentioned, Penguin, about religion. I agree. If you're Hindu, come here. If you're Jewish, come here. If you're Buddhist, come here. But at least those religions, for the better part, preach peace. Islam is not that. Islam is a fucking poison to the world. Not just America, to the world. Why should we allow that? Why do we need that? So if we had a party, you invite your friends, you invite everybody, and I go, hey, why don't you fight Max? Oh, you mean the gang member? That one that shot 3 people last week? Yeah. He lives in the same community. You don't want to exclude him, right? You don't want to be racist, right? No. I don't want someone like that in my fucking party. Or anyone near my place. Dun, dun, dun. Is it skipping or is it my internet? Probably your internet. Can we go on an adventure now? Yes, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's face it. When we may have different people from different backgrounds in this country, but when you're the same religion under the same American flag, it's much less chaotic and it's much more organized and it's much better for everyone in this country. Because nobody goes to India and go, hey, you know what you need? You need Christianity. You need America's culture and everything. Let's tear down some of your churches, some of your places of worship, forget what they learn in school and have them teach the American way. Like, no. Leave them alone. That's their culture. We don't need to go into their country and tell them what we believe is better for them. And so We should allow people to do that to us? No, never. That is the most disrespectful thing anyone can do. Go to someone's home and go like, you know what? I'll fuck your rules, fuck your tradition, fuck everything you care about. I'll do whatever I want in your home. But I'm a human being. I have rights, so fuck off. Doesn't work that way, and it shouldn't work that way. Those who want respect, give respect. No one should want to go to India. It's a total cesspool. I will never, ever, ever go to India. Even if I'm paid. Even if it's like, hey, Wraith, I'll pay you $50,000. You're gonna fly first class. You're gonna be in the best hotels. You're gonna go on a shopping spree. No, no, no. Yeah. My dad had to go to India for a business trip about 15 years ago. The stories he told were unreal. Please share that with some of us. Please share some of that with us. Please. The ones you can remember or want to. Come on, move, dude. Hey, nerd. Dude, you're giving me 0 credit. Well, what are you talking about, Ski? So your name's Wraith, right? That's one weird get up you got on there. So what's the deal? Is that popper back on your honor or what? Now that I think about it though, I think I've seen an outfit like that before somewhere. But I recognize is the hero's outfit. Climb up, dude. What credit are you talking about, Ski? You know, I would like to sail on a pirate ship one day. Just for like a few hours. And climb up to the tip top like this. You, get out of the way, will ya? Okay. Wow, look at this. He said the smell hits you when you get off the plane. Cows wandering around the roads, people crapping everywhere, trash thrown everywhere. So basically, like here, wherever they have their habitat at. Did you see none of my 5 earlier posts about Hassan and other religions? No, just the last one I saw of yours was he electrocuted the dog like it's nothing when it rose from its bed. I didn't get anything after that. Probably because YouTube censored it. Remember, YouTube is YouTube. Hold on. Let me refresh this. Okay, I got it now. Hassan is a rabid Turkish nationalist posing as a rabid liberal outside his country of origin. No Turks are liked in Europe at all. Yup. Well, Hassan is a rabid Turkish nationalist. Oh, I read that. Okay, Hassan is a rabid Turkish nationalist posing as condemned liberal for you to become weak in your own country. These people over there see it as the effing enemy. Nobody likes them in Europe. He's a hypocrite, right? Okay. If you're Jay, stay the F out. We don't need extra spies. It goes without saying that the West is Christian and foreigner religions are out. There you go. Did you not see that? Like, are they algorithmized? YouTube is like that sometimes. They had to be escorted around by company security or they'd be robbed. Never played these eras of Zelda's went from Ocarina to Breath of the Wild. Really? Dude, you gotta play This, you gotta play Twilight Princess. Skyward Sword's okay, but Twilight Princess, if there's one you gotta play, it's that one. Everything's taken out. I got you though. His coworker that was with him was in literal shock from what he saw and would barely speak. I remember you ever seen this episode of Family Guy where they went to India? And it was Peter and them. They wanted to play. No, they were looking for God because they're like, "Where's God?" Because they wanted to talk about how the Patriots are losing. He's like, "We need to find God. He's somewhere in this world." So they get off the plane in India and they look around and they describe everything you've described, and they go, "Yeah, God's not here. Let's go." So there's that. I'm sure you have that. If you have a Wii, Dallas, or Wii U, get a copy of Twilight Princess. Or yeah, Wii U. This Twilight Princess for Wii U HD. That's right. Forget about that. But there really should be a trilogy where it's this Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword on Switch 2 or in 4K. I would get that. Wii U was massively under. It is. It is. One of the greatest games I've ever played in my life is in Wii U. And I want to make a video about it. Hopefully by summer I can get it done, but that game, wow. Damn. I have every game known to man, I just don't play games. You just sell them. Open the door, Link. Yeah, I sell a few. Oh, stop right there. This is Miss Tetra's cabin. Most of us real pirates aren't even allowed here. There's no way we're letting an outsider in. Don't even think of it. Give me some. Pokemon games still hot sellers. I gotta be honest, I haven't played Pokemon game in a while, but I really like the way Pokemon, was it Winds and Waves look? It looks awesome. If that's real footage, if it's gonna look like that, I may be in. I probably have 5,000 games in my collection alone I've never played. For those of you who forget, Duke is selling his collection of PS1 and PS2 games. It's on the Discord. It's in the Wall Street channel. Very awesome collection. Some of them are sealed, some of them are complete in box, all in great condition. And the ones that aren't sealed can play perfectly, as stated by him. Yeah, Pokemon games are all expensive. I still have Pokemon Red in the box. Well, it's not my cartridge, but the original box and manual from like 1990s. Damn, I can't believe that's like 30 years. Ooh, man, and silver. I wish I had money to buy his collection. What's the price you were willing to buy it for, Dallas? Because I know you're used to paying like fucking $10 for like like a collection. But a lot of them are maybe to you are doubles, so that might help, and you can sell it off. Damn, bro, I got around 100 at most from 90s to 2020s. 100 games for which system, Ski? I would be comfortable around 3,000. Well, I'll work with him, man. Maybe he's willing to go somewhere, meet in the middle or something like that. I don't know. All of them since the NES. Damn. I have a lot of games. I have more Switch games than I do. Yeah, let me see. Yeah. I have a lot of DS games, a lot of 3DS games. I want to get more Game Boy games, original OG Game Boy, and I want to get. I think I'm done with Game Boy Advance. I think I have the Advance Wars. I have Zelda. I have Castlevanias. I have Metroid. I have some of the Marios. Oh, Wario Land 4 for Game Boy Advance. That's the one I'm looking for. That's the one that's like I want. That's what I'm trying to get. I want to get a Wario collection. Wario Land 1, which is Super Mario Land 3. Wario Land 2, 3, 4, complete in box and great condition as possible. That's because I'm a big Wario fan. Heading back, y'all. Take care. All right, Dallas. Take care, man. Thanks so much for stopping by. And look who showed up right at the nick of time. Hey, Booch, what's up? Who here has bought their tickets to re-release of Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick on big screen? Not me, but if you're willing to donate, I'll be glad to. To watch it. Oh, this is what I hated about this thing. And of course, good evening to you gangsters in the chat. What's up, dude? I'm at around 102. I curated my collection down to my childhood games and favorites onto the systems I have. So you have about 100 games? Is that what you're saying? If I have that correct. See, what I'm trying to do now, aside from a few games like I mentioned, I want to collect video game figures, toys. You see what I mean? You little shit. Around 100 games? Okay. I have like maybe 60 Switch games. Oh, you little... Neo Geo AES plus the new console might be a massive hit. Ah, man, I do and I don't want the Neo Geo. Howdy BC, hope your phone has lived up to the promise since you got it a few months ago. At one point, I just went through and sold every game I didn't play or care to play. My S24 is still good, but the battery is draining faster and faster. Oh, you gotta get a new phone, Booch. Yeah, it has. I love the F25 FE, such a huge improvement of my phone. Yeah, I have a Flip 4. It's great. Finally. Come on, Bucktooth. Just give it to me. I got the FE2, but the model 1 year earlier than yours. A big jump for my old H71. My old phone was lagging heavy. The S25 has been everything I hoped it would be. Ooh. Played all their games on MAME for free, right? What if they start developing new 2D games for it? We're gonna win big. Well, there's a new SNES coming out, which I want to get. Ooh. Yeah. Are you thinking of getting a new phone then? Are you, Booch? I love my Fold 4. My Fold 4 is awesome. Yeah, but Nintendo, while being out mom, is harsh mistress to copyright. What? Everything else aside from battery is still fine, so. I'll stick for it for a while. Okay, cool, cool. Oh, there it is. Easy there. Nintendo is our mom, but heavy on the copyright. Gotcha. They are. Did you hear what happened? Where there's this channel on YouTube. It's about Pokemon, and the way they describe Pokemon is kind of like watching a National Geographic program. Like, oh, here we see this Squirtle in the bushes, or something like that, right? Forgive the awful impression, but Nintendo took down their channel, copy struck them with everything. Like, damn, dude. Wish the Galaxy phone still had micro SD card slot. They don't. You know what Europe's doing? Europe wants to bring back batteries for phones. Pokemon anything, Nintendo took the channel down. Relatable. Yeah. Bring it on. Oh, crap. What is that? Oh, okay. Well, gee, thanks. See, what I don't like is you have to get an SD card for everything now. You have to get an SD card for your phone. You gotta get, if you have one. I don't have one for mine. Yeah, I think I'll have 250 gigs or something, or 128. I forget. But I transfer my videos and pictures to my PC. So, and there's that. And you gotta get a SD card for my camera. Then you get an SD card for my Switch 2. An SD card for this, an SD card for that. It's frustrating sometimes. It just is. By the way, brand new Seinfeld short coming out in a matter of hours. Another shorts about nothing is coming out very soon at 10 a.m. my time. It's a good one. Gadoosh. There you go. What time is it? 3:30? All right. 30 more minutes and I'm out of here. Because I'm feeling better, but may need some time to relax and go to sleep early and feel better because my stomach was hurting today. Ugh. Not good. Not good. But I am hungry though. Maybe I eat some cereal. And then I go to sleep. So, for those of you who like to have midnight snacks, what kind of cereal do you like to snack on at midnight or at night, if you do? So, for me, I like some Honey Nut Cheerios. Nothing too heavy, nothing too sugary. So, that would be Honey Nut Cheerios, maybe Chex Mix. Or Chex Mix? Was it Chex Mix? Not Chex Mix. What else? Let's see here. Pop is sweet. That's what I need. Also, there's a Lucky Charms slash Mario Galaxy cereal. I want to get that. Goldfish crackers. I haven't had that in a long time, dude. Crackers and cheese, I'd rather have than goldfish crackers. Oh, sweet. Goldfish crackers. I can't open this? Damn it. Crap. Can I open this one? Guess not. Alright. I don't have a sword yet. Hey, I'll take my... This asshole. Oh, this is sneaky. Don't catch me. There you go. Be sweet. All right. Gotta get past these guys. Oh, he found... Oh, geez. I moved like a quarter inch. Fine. Oh, that's the jail. All right. I see how it is. Jews and Muzzies get the F out. We need a place to ourselves. Read this, but don't read it out loud. I gotcha. I understand, man. It's just that's what it doesn't make sense because those groups have their own countries where they can live and do whatever they want according to their religion or their culture. But here, it's like they want to change everything here. They want to change everything wherever they go. It's not even just America. It's like Australia and New Zealand and Italy and France and England, especially England. It's insane to do that. Again, it's disrespectful to go to someone's home and change everything about what makes it their home. Because then it will cease to be their home. You know what I mean? That's like how people with Section 8 go to these nice neighborhoods, right? Because they have Section 8 and they can afford the houses there. But then they bring their ghetto bullcrap into the new places and then it repeats the same thing. They go, oh, I want to move to this neighborhood because there's no crime here. You know, no one's getting shot here, so I'm going to move here. And then when you move there, guess what you do? You shoot other people. Thus perpetuating the stereotype and the cycle. AIPAC needs banned America. A lot of things need to do that. A lot of things. Your home is their home. That's wrong. It is an invasion because it doesn't feel like their home. I look at videos of Paris and London. I'm like, I don't even want to go there anymore, man. Are you serious? Bullshit. It is an invasion. It's what's worse about the invasion is that we have politicians, I should say, that know this and they don't care. They don't care. They don't care because they don't live in those areas. Any place that's affected by high crime and illegal population, they don't live anywhere near there. Then they have the nerve to go like, "Don't give them a chance. Give them a chance. They're our neighbors." Like, no, they're not our neighbors. What the hell are you talking about? 20 years I wanted to go to London. Now they'd arrest me for my ex-post at the airport. Yeah. Oh, I'd be publicly executed if I, if I went to London. I know, right? They don't give like they don't care. They don't care. People like AOC and Tim Waltz and Elon Omar, oh my God, like give them a chance and this and that and blah 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 and they're your friends, they're your neighbors. No, they're not. No, they're not. Says you because you don't have to live there. Can I jump out of here? Ah, I didn't even mean to do that. I hear you, but I say as someone raised in a church whose father-in-law is Christian minister, Christianity has a long history of going to other countries to try to make them Christian. And even as a fan of America in general, it's impossible to ignore that the U.S. has a long history of meddling in foreign nations. Yeah, you're right. But the difference is Christianity is a religion of peace, and it's a religion of common commonwealth, and basically to just do better as a person. It's for me, it's the religion, right? And people can argue, my religion's better and so forth, or my religion's better. No, my religion's better. I get it. Can argue that the cows come home, till the cows come home. But there is a certain religion that I don't tolerate. I already said that before, because they simply would kill other people just for not believing. See, the main reason why people don't like Christianity is because, like, oh, they're too judgmental and they're kind of mean. I'm like, be that as it may, that is a flaw. Yes, I agree, but being mean is better than being killed, being sent to death. Um, like I said before, no one should go to anyone's country and impose their religion. No one, no one. Um, but nowadays it seems it's normal. Only for a certain religion, though. If a certain religion from the Middle East goes to any other Western territory, oh, it's you. We gotta accept them. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. But if I go to their country and express my involvement with my religion, oh, I would even make it past the end of my paragraph. My body would never be found. That's a humongous difference. And everything should be about peace. But to be honest, there are people who don't want peace. They don't want peace. And that's something we all as human beings collectively have to understand. There are people that want peace, there are people that don't want peace. And what we're gonna do with people that don't want peace. That's a very difficult thing to do. Uh Went to London 20 years ago as a youth in a bad neighborhood. Asked the black kid to tell me where, sorry, my street was. He wouldn't tell me. Told him I'm effing tourist. My street was just around. Okay. Southeast London. Uh I just miss the way things used to be. When I say that, I meant like I know London was never the bastion of like safety, but it shouldn't be the way it is now. Yeah, the U.S. needs to stop playing regime changer. Yeah, I say you like whatever like stay as, and that's another thing. Yeah, stay out of foreign affairs. And that's the thing where it's like what I mentioned before about Ukraine and Russia. Their war, people here, oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? The poor Ukrainians, the poor Ukrainian people, what are we gonna do? I'm like, how is that our business? But if we're at war with some other country, no other country is gonna come to our aid. We're the ones that always have to help out other people, and that's okay. I get that, but at least try to help us in some way or another. But we don't get that. We don't get the same respect. It's still the same or worse, guaranteed. No, I believe you. I believe you. I don't want to go to England anymore. Like, if I'm going to England, actually, it's going to be in the countryside. Nice countryside, nice beautiful hills. That's it. I'm not going nowhere near London or anything like that. Same thing with Paris. Going to the countryside. I may go to Paris, stop by. That's it. That's the thing. If I go to cities, I'm gonna stop by for a few hours. That's it. I'm not gonna go crazy like if I would go to Tokyo. Like Tokyo, I'll go here, I go there, I go there. No, if I go to London, I'm there for like a few hours. That's it. Buy a few things and I'm out of there. Same thing with Paris. Buy a few things, get a quick bite at a nice restaurant, leave. That's it. See the Eiffel Tower. Boom. I'm out of here. And you know what? As a New Yorker, I don't blame other people coming here and do the same thing, because New York is a shithole, basically. It's be honest, it is. It is. So I don't blame other people coming to New York City and going, you know what? I'd rather not be in Manhattan any more than like 3 or 4 hours. Sure, I don't blame you. Go to Central Park for a few minutes. Go to a nice restaurant, catch a quick play, do some shopping, and then leave. That's it. I understand. You can't walk around with a phone in your hand in London. It will get swiped. Wearing a Rolex, you're getting robbed. Leave stuff in your car, it won't be there 20 minutes later. Just like here. Oh man, countryside. Yeah, countryside is amazing. Italy is a different story. I'm not saying Italy doesn't have its problems either with this stuff. But wait, where did I put this? Let's see here. Yes, you called. I've got it, Wraith. In order to reach the top of the tower where your sister's being held, you'll have to find the room right below the tower. The path to the tower begins in the rear of that room. You got that? No. Countryside, yes. And you know, and what's sad is that I see places in South America, certain cities in South America, that look better than New York City. Cleaner, nicer, quieter, more peaceful. How is that possible? Not sure, but kudos to them. Kudos to them. I do know that in South America, it's predominantly Catholic and Christian there. Now, again, that doesn't mean. No! No, I have to do it all over again. Wait, can I. Is there a. Oh, I can't go backwards. I was like, can I rewind time and everything? Nope. Guess not. Yeah, because South America is still clean. For the most part. But look at El Salvador, right? El Salvador was once one of the worst places in the world because it was so crime heavy you couldn't do anything, not even as a resident. And then Bukele, who's the current president of El Salvador, he did everything right. He, when they say drain the swamp, that's what he did. He drained the swamp. He got rid of the politicians. He got rid of the judges. Blah 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 blah. And he was very very harsh on crime. And now it's one of the safest places in the world. That is an incredible feat, an incredible accomplishment. And that's what should be done here. Instead of coddling criminals, illegal or domestic, it should be a much harsher penalty for committing a severe crime. That president is a champ, yeah. Instead of worrying about, oh, criminals' feelings. I don't care about criminals' feelings. You know why? Because they don't care about our feelings. They don't. Someone would shoot you in the head and then just leave your body there and not give two fucks. And I'm supposed to feel sorry. Like, if I defend myself against someone like that and I take their life, I'm supposed to feel sorry for them? No. Or their families? No. Doesn't work that way. But in this country, for some reason, we're supposed to feel sorry for the criminal. No. No. I'm never doing that. And that's me being as a Christian, because I know people are like, well, as a Christian, you're supposed to forgive. But yeah, but that's up to me to decide. And even if I don't, that's on me then. Then that's something I would have to talk to God when I meet him one day. Only people happy that guns are outlawed is gun owning criminals. Yeah, exactly. Because they get to do whatever they want. Look at here in New York, where criminals are running rampant because all the judges and all the politicians are allowing these people to go do what they want. How so? If someone gets arrested 30, 40 times, and I'm not exaggerating, and nothing happens to them, guess what? They're going to do the same thing. But if I defend myself against that criminal and I take that criminal's life, guess who goes to jail? Me. How is that fair? How is that right? Boom, boom, boom. Sorry to talk about that, but crime is a big issue with me because crime affects everyone anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter where you live, there's always some type of crime in your place of residence. I unfortunately live in Crime Central, so we hit $5 a gallon of gas today. The GOP is cooked in the midterms. Yeah, well, that's what they wanted, right? Because a lot of members of the GOP are traitors too. Don't forget that. Thank God I don't drive, man, because driving sounds like such a hassle. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that at all. Criminals have access to unregulated firearms, yet lawful citizens are portrayed as criminals themselves if they ask for a gun. Yeah, exactly, exactly. We're the bad guys. We're the bad guys, right? Oh, you gun-toting MAGA people. Oh my God, you're the real villains. Really, really. Not the gang members shooting each other and killing innocent women and children, but us who want to defend ourselves. We're the bad guys. Gotcha, gotcha. I swear, man. For me, it's all about doing the right thing, being a good person. And if you are in a religion that lets you be a good person, great. But if you're part of a religion that that intentionally harms and kills people, again, I'll say it before I say it again. A lot of people like to forget 9/11. I never did. I can't and I won't. I won't allow it. And then I'm the bad guy. I'm the wrong one for speaking my mind about that. Not because I would be hateful towards a group when they're the ones who proved over and over and over and over and over the last few decades in this world that they're the problem. And like I said before, recently, 2 months ago, in New York, someone threw a bomb in the public, in the streets, intentionally trying to harm people. And then speak up about it. It's like, oh, well, why are you being so hateful? I'm like, so saying words is bad, but trying to murder somebody, that's okay? What world is this? I'm in a Twilight Zone. I feel sometimes. That came out weird. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone. I don't know why I spoke like that, like Christopher Walken. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. That was my poor ass attempt at a Christopher Walken impression. Words are criminal. Totalitarian leftist control. Yep. And that's another thing about England. It's like, well, can I go in there? No. Okay, I guess not. I do something evil, nothing happens to me. I say something evil, well then, I'll be in prison for the next 10 years. How does that make any sense? Seidel, Seidel, Seidel. Ooh, what's down there? No, I don't want to go there. It's totalitarian in general, not left or right specific. I noticed particularly the left are the ones that are doing it the most though. Because it can be for both, you're right. But it's usually the left that do that. So when I say, oh crap, how do I get through this? Yes, they've done it in England. They destroyed a society. A artist gets a smaller sentence than the guy talking about what happened. Exactly. Much violent oppression of language has been carried out in the name of Christ. In the last few decades? Oh crap. How do I get? Oh, I'm supposed to take out the lights. That's right. Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with them. Okay. South and Central America came up earlier. A continent that's Christian precisely because the religion of peace was imposed via horrifically violent oppression. Yeah, the way that religion was introduced. Yeah, many years ago it was like that, where it's like it felt like the Christians were really, I mean, really adamant about having people join their religion. There were a bunch of movies about that, and I'm not saying that was the right thing to do, but what's the alternative? So you had Europeans that landed in South America many years ago, And then, but what were they doing? Because in Central and South America, were predominantly, I think, Incans and Aztecs, or or is it Incans and Mayans? And that was a culture that basically was about sacrifice and everything like that and gods. So if that had to be eradicated in order for a proper religion to make way, then so be it. Book banning is a favorite tool of the extreme right. The problem isn't of it's the extremes of each. The extremities of any group is a problem, but like I said before, one group in particular is worse than the others, because, for example, they in like in specific, I don't know about in New Zealand, but in schools, right? In schools here, or in certain states, I should say, in blue states, if you want to learn about um if you want to learn about like God or religion or Christ, they would prevent you from doing so. But if you want to learn about, LGBTQ and transgenderism and the ideology as a child, they're all for it. They'll let you do that. And that's something that I know happens in California and Oregon. All these blue states are like that. So it's not like they even give their child a choice to choose. It's like they force it. And having teachers themselves, by the way, who are who are going to these classrooms like, hey kids, guess what I did today? Guess what I did last night? Blah blah blah. And like, they're not your friends. They're not like an episode of Sex and the City. They're children you're supposed to teach the education to. So if you're a math teacher, teach them math. That's it. Don't teach them about your religion or non-religion or sexual habits, straight or not. Just teach the kids math. That's it. Leave all the other crap to the parents. And they act like the Bible is so bad that they have to just not have it in school. And I get it, because public schools isn't really for that. That's where Catholic and private schools come in. We're specifically for that. I understand that. Again, you shouldn't impose anything kids don't want. But that's the choice of the parent, not the school system. But unfortunately, the school system wants to destroy that that line that's people cross all the time. Like, well, I'm the teacher, so I know better. I'm like, well, I'm the parent. Like, no, the parent always has first say. Of course, I would say that as a filthy centrist. I have a friend who's centrist too, and but he's leaning a little bit more right, because he's on his path to finding God more and more. And we had this talk a few weeks ago when I was in Texas, and the things he told me, it's not my place to tell to say what happened to him, what made him find God again. But the story he told me was really eye opening. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that you went through that. He goes, yeah, and that's how I knew like God existed and all that stuff. And all of us, it's funny because all my friends, except for one, are in that path to finding God in Christ. And that's beyond politics. If people say, oh, are you left or right? By default, I'm right. But I see myself more as a Christian than anything, than any political figure, because there are flaws on both sides, and there are things each side has done that I'm not a fan of. But again, for me personally, one side is atrociously more awful than the other one. And since I'm right, do the math. That, and again, the values that are on the right coincide with my values. Not perfectly, but they are there. So, and what's really strange is that, and I never really thought about this until I was on that trip with my friends, was that each one of us had our own path to God without each one of us knowing. Like, I didn't know you were, you're religious and that, and like, I didn't know you were either, Rafe. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you. And what about him? Like, I didn't know. Like, oh yeah, I mean, I knew that beforehand going on that trip. But I'm just saying, years ago, because we all had our own journey to God separately. It's just that we didn't tell each other, and it's kind of like we all went to our own separate journey, and then we all wound up in the same place. It's like, hey, what are you doing here? Like that, kind of like that, kind of like that, and it felt good. It felt good knowing that my childhood friends are in the same path to following God in Christ. I was like, wow. Except for the one friend, and that one friend is tricky because we want him to walk that path. We want him to be in the same position we are because it's such an amazing feeling. It's such a a wondrous thing to have in your life. But at the same time, we do not in any shape or form want to force that on him, because something like that should never ever be forced on anybody. Anybody. If anyone chooses to decide, then that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. If anyone decides to find a path to God, it is their own journey. That's up to them. So hopefully he does. And we did have that conversation, and it didn't really end up well, but that was our fault because he was drinking as something he has to work on, and we should have known better not to talk to him while he was drinking. If you want to be a Christian in South America, then stop being Catholic. Become Orthodox. Until the 11th century, all Catholics were Orthodox. Now, not so much. Right. I'm a centrist too, but just hate the left. Okay. Why would, not would, but why is that, Ski, since you're a centrist? I was centrist too until I saw the atrocities occurred by the left. For most, don't. Ooh, that was close. Wait, wasn't I here before? For most of the years I've been an adult, political violence in the U.S. has been committed significantly more often by right-wing extremists than left-wing extremists. Again, though, the problem isn't the right; it's the extreme right. So, okay, political violence in what political violence, for example? So, was there somebody on the left that was trying to preach peace and tolerance, like Charlie Kirk? Did someone on the right murder somebody on the left exactly like that? I'm seriously asking because I don't remember any time there was anything like that. Or was there a time where the extreme right wanted to assassinate a Democratic president multiple times? Oh, get out the way. Oh, crap. Let me get out of here. Because there are extremes on both sides, but when the right is extreme, it's more like people's feelings get hurt. They're offended. When the left gets extreme, people die. That's what I noticed. Bucho, now the institutional violence from the left is unmatchable. Exactly. There again, no side is perfect. Both sides have to answer for their crimes, but the left, like, just egregiously, are so fucking like incredibly hateful. The what they claim the right is, that's what they are. Oh, you're so hateful. Oh, you care, like you want to kill people and this. And I'm like, you're the ones killing innocent people. You're the ones, when that killed Charlie Kirk, by the way, and then when he died, you're the ones laughing about it and celebrating it. It's just, I don't understand that. Why would you do that? This is partly why the recent attempts on Trump and what happened to Charlie are so shocking, because for the last 3 decades, the violence has been perpetrated more often against leftists. But not, so you're saying because of the right's extreme ways, the left finally had enough, and went extreme like the right, that's oh crap. There's nobody here. All right, good. But that still doesn't give him a right to do that if that's true. Bucho, no, stop lying. Gaslighting is not a political avenue. And that's what I learned too, Booch, where is and I'm being respectful to you and everybody. But I'm curious to know where you get your news from, because I used to be in the same boat. I used to be left. I would say like extreme left, but leftist. And then little by little, I started chipping away at the news reports, because what was said on certain channels weren't said on the other, and vice versa. I go, wait a minute, that guy didn't say that, or they took that out of context. Because I remember where Trump was saying his speech, right? And then I was working on my computer, and then I heard him, right? I don't know why I was watching it, but I just watched it. And then he was saying this and that, and then later on I saw CNN, and then he said, "This is what Trump had to say about this." I'm like, okay. It's like, and then he insulted this. I'm like, no, wait, he wasn't referring to that group. He was referring to something else entirely different. Like, why are they doing it? And that's why he goes, oh, fake news, fake news. I'm like, that's where he gets it from, because they like to do that. And again, that's where people are like, when you have the news outlets saying one particular person is like, oh, he's the next Adolf, right? I listen to far more Fox News than CNN. I don't even listen to Fox News that much either, to be honest. Like, if you really want to go centrist, try going online and actually looking for sites that are specifically centrist. I can't tell you one off the top of my head, but I usually go on X, because X is mainly a fair ground when it comes to that. And also they have like fact checking and community notes, which helps. But unless it's something major, like the assassination attempt of Trump, like that's major, meaning like every news story is gonna cover that. But the reasoning behind that is what makes it different. The title's the same, but the sources and the news reports are different. So you may have someone go, oh, some deranged lunatic try to kill Trump, right? Then you have someone going, oh, an oppressed man who was bullied by the left, by the right, I should say, for years, finally had it and went after Trump. I'm like, wait, what? The left has had a monopoly on violence since Lincoln. In fact, I don't think I've watched CNN for over a decade. Okay. I'm not saying you do, just saying, for example, when I watched, right, when I was leftist, and then I was like, wait, he didn't do that. Like, he didn't say that. Why would he do that? But I didn't really care at that time. What really opened my eyes was the George Floyd thing, right? Where, he was the victim of police brutality, blah, 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 and so forth. We all know the stories for that. And then they repeat the same image over and over. The guy has his knee on his neck, blah, 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 can't breathe, blah, blah, blah. And that, what happened after that. But then I was online, and I noticed like people like, oh, that why don't they show the real thing? I'm like, what do you mean real thing? Like, yeah, they show the whole thing. Like, what whole thing? What are these people talking about? Then I had to dig deep and finally found the footage. It was like 25 to 30 minutes that I remember of him prior to him dying, right? He was talking to police, all this stuff. I'm like, oh, why didn't they show this on the news? None of the news outlets show the entire 30 minutes, or even mentioned, or even said anything about. There's an entire video of what happened before. Nope, they just want to show that one clip, because that's what they do. They want to incite violence. They want to incite rage and hate towards a specific group, namely the right, or a specific set of people that they know is right. That's not wrong, but they want to justify their awful actions in the first place. So with George Floyd, listen, did he deserve to die? No. But am I gonna cry about it? No. Because doing the homework, he was a career criminal. he was told many times to calm down, stop, and he didn't do it, and blah blah blah, and went after the police. And being a New Yorker, you go after the cops, you swing at a cop, then that's bye bye. The 2018 Tree of Life synagogue attack, the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing. Timothy McVeigh, I think that was 1995. I'm not familiar with the 2018 Tree of Life synagogue. I have to re look into that. I don't remember that, to be honest, but I do remember the Oklahoma City thing. That was huge. That was huge here. Um, excuse me. Um, so what is centrism, right? It's free healthcare and free university. Sometimes it's free conscription, which I went through. I got exactly $9 per month to buy soap, so as to shave for the army. $9 to buy soap? They don't provide that to you for free? Yeah, I have a friend in the military. I forget what he told me. He's told me a lot of things. So when people say, "Oh, the leftists are just retaliating with the right," like what has the right done? I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm not saying they do anything wrong. But all the times it's like the left and this and this, left and that. I never heard once that I know personally. I never heard once some family member disowning another family member because they voted for Biden or Kamala. I've never heard that personally. But I've heard so many stories where it's like I don't talk to my mother because she voted for Trump. I don't talk to my brother because he voted for Trump. I broke up with my fiance because he voted for Trump. Like, really? You're really gonna let politics dictate your life like that? There are many people who are married, who are together, who are in different parties. Understood. Maybe they have the ability to talk to each other and actually work things out as adults, civilized adults, as opposed to people who are just screeching and screaming like, "Oh, this and that, blah blah blah." What's up, Dres? Didn't 168 people die in Oklahoma more than any other domestic terrorist attack in U.S. history? I think so. I think so. Wasn't McVeigh a avowed white supremacist? I think so too. But if we're gonna go into like white supremacy and all that, that's another rabbit hole that's gonna be very, very uncomfortable. Because I can say things about white supremacists, but another certain group that aren't white, hold on to your fucking butts. So, but I can't say it on YouTube. We derived the middle of fun light convo. Oh, you get everything for free in the army, but the soap ain't. That's so weird. So you get socks and shirts and food for free, but not soap. What's the convo about? Left and right extremism and how what one party has done specifically, and basically which one you think is worse, Tres, the left or the right? Bucho Dershowitz is an avowed Zionist supremacist, yet he's writing your laws that should be uptick to. Yes. So another thing too, because we can go on about white supremacy, right? And that's one instance in America, but that's not who's, bombing this and, assaulting. I think you know what I mean by assaulting, like little girls in Europe and England and France and Italy. And, you know, just it wasn't that long ago. Um, White supremacy is an example of extreme right. What have I been saying? That the problem is extremists much more than it is left. Right? Yes, but if you give it a specific label, like white supremacists, like a lot of leftists do that because they want to point fingers at a specific group, when in actuality they haven't done anything that extreme compared to other groups. Again, no group is perfect. No group is are saints. Crimes have been committed on both sides, but there's just one that is worse than the other. even in the realm of extremism. Even with that, I'm Catholic, man. That's it. I saw a bizarre YouTube video that an MIT professor and Elon Musk said that AI might make us their pets. No thanks. So, okay, let me ask you this, Booch. You familiar with what happened in Australia a few months ago? And what is it? The beach in Australia where that guy opened fire. Did they say, what kind of person did it? Did they say where that person's from? Did they say, what were the reasons? Because that's basically your neighbors that happened to, and that could easily, God forbid, happen in your countryside, easily, because you let in the wrong people. It's gonna cause havoc and chaos. And coming from somebody who lives in New York, I know all about chaos and havoc because we get all types of wrong people from everywhere. No, J supremacy, Muslim supremacy, religious supremacy. You just don't get it, Mucho. Supremacy in general is a word that people like to use, like it's this and that, and it's like whoever wants to be on top doesn't have the right criteria for humankind. And it's funny because Christians today are some of the most persecuted people on the planet, because in Europe they're being ignored, in South Africa they're being killed, literally. Here, they're being ignored, and it's like and disrespected when we're the ones that pretty much help build society. Now, I don't want to say we because I wasn't involved, but like in the religious aspect, right? So when people say, "Oh, you can't decide which religion is better than the other," that's funny because the government now is telling me one specific religion is better and more important than anything in this country and in the world. And we have to be quiet and not say anything or else we'll get in trouble. That to me isn't free speech. Because for me, free speech is this. It's like a comedian. You want to make fun of black people? Okay. You want to make fun of white people? Okay. Hispanics, Asians? Yeah. Make fun of everybody. Everybody. That's equal. Equal is not, I'm just going to do 2 or 3 groups and that's it. I'm not going to make fun of, Asians. I'm like, why not? Why not? Being on top is unchristian, we know. Because Christians, real Christians, don't see it as, oh, we're on top. We got to be the best. It's just be at peace. Be peaceful. Love one another. But it's hard to love somebody that tries to murder you. They did say the background of the shooters in the Bondi. They also said the background of the man who stopped those shooters. A Muslim man who put himself in harm's way to tackle an active shooter. Right. Bondi Beach had Mossad ties. We also know this, Bucho. That too. So, also, the news likes to manipulate where it's like, oh, you see? They're good ones too. Like, I like how my local news, if you live where I live for the last 4 decades, you develop. This goes with anybody. If you live where you live for your entire life, you know exactly how people in your neighborhood are. You know exactly who the criminals are. You know exactly who the good people are. You know exactly how things work in your community and communities around you in your area, right? And I'm speaking to everyone. I myself know that. And when I see on the news or read articles like, oh, rowdy teens beat up an elderly man, or rowdy teens disrupt a fast food establishment, or rowdy teens nearly shot a teenage girl, blah blah blah. I'm like, I know who they're talking about. I know exactly who they're talking about. Excuse me. Mm. Because the media does that. The media likes to skirt around or beat around the bush, or basically they love what they love to do is they love to coddle these criminals, even when it's well deserved that they should go after them. I remember there was a time where I watched the news and they're like, yeah, this disgusting predator went after this 5 year old. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe he did that. Now it's like, a retired, nonchalant, disgruntled gentleman went after underage. I'm like, no, don't try to sugarcoat it. You know why, Booch? Australia wrote even rules for the Middle East conflicts. They had to get Bondi Beach to change that. Excuse me. The perpetrators have Mossad ties, and the reason why they were there. Why do they have to be in Australia? Why? Because of Takia. Again, Takia, for those who don't know, Taqiya. That's how it's spelled. You know what? Let me get out of here because I'm not gonna finish this game. Let me create suspenseful. Yes, because I've been here for like 5 hours, and I gotta go soon too because it's like 4:30. Let me play some. No, that's timed. Hmm. Let's go to NES. So when you let in people that don't share the same, that don't wow, the bird's tripping right. They don't share the same culture or the same mannerisms. It's going to be a problem, and it has nothing to do with religion either. It has nothing to do with religion either. You're going to have a huge problem. So not only are they letting in people that don't care about certain cultures and traditions, they actively in a very disturbing manner go against that tradition. So it's one thing to go, hey, you know what? No, thanks. I don't want to eat, with my hand, with a knife and fork. I'm like, okay, but then they start eating with their hands in your home without asking permission. Or I know that's a stupid example, but that does happen. You called me a liar. I might find it hard to take you seriously. Follow, racially calm, respectful. You called him a liar? Let me see. Okay. I don't remember. I don't see him calling me a liar, but yeah, like you can make your point. That goes with everyone, not just Ski. You can make your point without being overly abrasive. So, and I get it. Some people are very heated on this, and I try to be, again, as a Christian. I try to be as calm and collective as possible, but I can't sit here and pretend the way the world works because I'm told by the media like it's this way. I'm like, no, you're saying it this way, but I see with my own eyes in person how it really works, and you're telling me that I'm in the wrong. So just earlier today, Australia is an Anglo state with institutional primacy. Takia, an Arab term, is called hasbara in Hebrew. We don't have these back in Christianity. We don't need anything like that in Christianity. It's part of why I like race so much, even though he's much more toward the right than me. Thank you, Butch. Butcho, get serious, please. Calling you a liar is part of the package while you're effing lied to my face. He's not. You see, again, you have every right to feel that way, Ski. But just take it down a notch, man. Like because Bucho's trying to be, even though you don't agree with him, and you have every right not to agree with him, and vice versa, he with you. Just you don't have to just have that tone. That's it. Now he was saying, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot for doing that." By all means, do what you got to do. But as long as his tone respectful and civilized, just keep it that way. That's it, man. Again, you could basically. I'm not saying don't say what you got to say. Just don't say it in the way you say it. That's all. Because I could say, please calm down, or I can say, calm the fuck down, you moron. You know what I mean? Anyways, what am I doing? Let's play Mario before I get out of here. So, and if you feel like he's lying, again, you have every right to feel that way, so forth. Because I don't agree with what Bucho's saying either. You must listen to it, or else nothing changes. Though I do agree, not that on my channel. I understand that. I understand it completely. See, that's the thing. See, he must listen, or else nothing changes. I agree, and I don't agree with that. I agree because people who are centrists, they're on the left. They don't. It's like they don't know the whole. Damn, I was just talking to my friend about this just the other day. It's like you guys don't know the whole story. Like you guys see the surface of what's going on, right? But if you really dig deep and really truly dig deep in searching the truth, right? The truth, you'll go down that I guess what they say, the rabbit hole, and you will find a lot of things are like not what they seem. Again, this is coming from somebody who was leaning a little bit to the left, who was centrist many years ago. I did my own homework, and I am where I am now. Because a lot of things make sense now. About 18 minutes ago, Bucho, no, stop. Oh, stop lying. Okay. Gaslighting is not a political avenue yet. Okay. I got it now. All right. Yeah, he did say that. Like, you see, I would like to ask you more questions, Booch. But one, I don't have that time left. And second, I don't think this is the right channel to do so. Because I do have another one on my Rumble, but that's very... Let's just say the gloves come off on that one. So I'm PG-13 here on YouTube. There, I get to... So that's not to say I'm gonna get all fucking aggressive. I'm just saying what I say is what I mean. Like the way I am as a person, I mean what I say and I say what I mean. That's it. It's real hard to take someone seriously when they yap at me like that. Yeah, and that's the thing too. That not even just in this context of the conversation, this chat. You want to talk about religion and Christianity. When I was young, I had the same thing forced on me from my parents, right? Being Catholic and like, you got to go to church. You got to do this. Like, I don't like being talked to like that. I don't like being talked to like I have to do something. I don't like being talked to like I need to do something, right? Like I'm some kind of slave or like I don't have any opinion of my own, right? And for a time, that's why I didn't like going to church or this. I never really cared for that. But not to be disrespectful to my parents, and I love them, it's just their way and method of introducing me to religion wasn't the way it should have been. If I ever have children, I'm going to have a much different way of introducing them to Christ and Christianity, as opposed to like, you better do this and you better do that and blah blah blah, like, gee, like, oh my God, what did I ever do to you? So I understand that, and that's with anything, not just religion, like, politics and this and that, so if someone were to come to me, not that I've met one in person, but if a leftist ever come to me like, can we have a serious talk about it? I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, let's talk about it. What do you want to talk about? So, and we would go back and forth. As long as it's respectful and civil, that's fine. But the second someone crosses that line, it's like, you know what? Your religion is so stupid. And like, you're like, okay, keep talking. The whole practice of the left is to create bubble against other people, isolate them, and keep them there forever. It's 100% Komsomol youth communist organization tactics, and we know about that. See, that I never heard of that word, but I agree with you on that part where it's just like like when you go left, excuse me. Well, I'll close it out with this respectfully. I know every example you brought up of left-wing violence. So any claim I'm somehow naive to violence from left seems goofy to me. Bucho, destroyer of clarity and hypocrite whisperer. Answer to that. Hmm. It's just one of those things we got to agree to disagree. So it's funny because I think, like, I understand what Bucho is saying, 100%. It's not just a left or right thing. It's a extremist in itself is what's wrong, right? Because each side has their own right to the opinion. Excuse me. But like, the extremism is what's really the problem. But for me, like I said, from what I've seen in my experience in my years in the political spectrum, the left is way out of control with what they've done compared to the right. Again, compared to the right. I'm not saying right has done nothing wrong, but again, going what really cemented that for me was Charlie Kirk. That poor guy did nothing but try to open people's eyes, and again, in a respectful, calm manner, right? He tried his best to do that. He went around the country and sometimes around the world and did that, and people hated him for it. People, because people, regardless of what side you're on, there are people out there that don't like the truth. They don't like the truth, and people are willing to kill you because of that. Now, if there's a certain side that is willing to go to kill an innocent man simply because he wants you to see the truth and live a better life, I can't side with them. I can't take that side seriously at all. At all. I can't. And it's still ongoing. It's still like, and then it's one thing to kill the poor guy who had a loving wife and children, but it's another to laugh about it and joke about it and dance like, guess who got killed, guess who, all this stuff, like, and you want me to listen to, in regarding to someone I love, like, and you want me to listen to you when you're laughing about that shit? Like, listen, I despise Biden. I hated him, but never once, and may I die right now if I'm lying, I never once wanted him dead. I didn't want anyone to kill him. I just wanted him to not be president anymore. That's it. But every day I see, like, oh, someone should just get rid of Trump. Trump should go. And then, like, oh, damn, the guy missed, like, over and over. I'm like, oh, who the fuck raised you? Seriously. And they're all like, damn, like, really? It's like they're trying to disguise their nastiness with wholesomeness. They want to be Mr. Rogers, when in reality they're like, who's the opposite of Mr. Rogers? I don't know, but someone evil. Don't me out without a serious argument. Centrist, but Antiphilist, destroy Marxism, Leninist, New Wave, Chicagoism. Which are listening to it. Are you getting allowance from your local chat? You know what you should do, Ski? Because it's not so much what you mean, it's your approach. Because sometimes the approach really helps. If you really want Bucho to consider listening to what you're saying, link in the chat or give him examples of, like, books or websites that you frequent that he may consider. It's not a guarantee that he's gonna do it. That he may consider reading to see your perspective on it. Because when people ask me, "Oh, what's so good about God? What God has done for you? What's in the Bible that's so magical that's gonna help me?" I'm like, okay, I can give you a few passages. I can give you a few chapters that may or may not change your mind. But if you're that curious about it, I'll let you know. You see, like, I had trouble Listen, right? Thanks. I had trouble with. I don't know why, but before I went on my trip to Texas, I had like a little anxiety. I don't know why. It was like a trip. Like I've flown before. I'm meeting my friends. What the hell am I being anxious, have anxiety for? But then I looked to the good book for help, and it gave me a passage that helped me. And I'm looking at it right now because I wrote it on my wall. Not on my wall, but there's like a board on my wall. It says, John 16:33. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. So put your faith in him when you have problems. And that's what I did. And it's gone. So right now your approach is that of either a troll or drama queen. I can't take it seriously either way. All right, see? And that's how something, again, Ski, I understand what you're trying to do. I really do. But it's that your approach. And because remember, not just you, this goes to anybody, me, anybody. Remember the first rule of fanaticism. Those who are obsessed with the enemy become the enemy. And that's the most important thing I tell people that are around me, that are on the same side. I'm like, I understand you're passionate about this. I understand you want this person to listen to you. But please don't be like that other side that you don't want to be. Yeah. Because when my friend, the one friend that's not Christian, he's right? He's basically on the same, politically, he's on the same spectrum as me and my other friends. But when we talked about religion, the way he talked about religion and the excuses he made about it were exactly how leftists make excuses. Like exactly what he was like, oh, why would I believe some fairy tale nonsense? Like, that doesn't make sense with this. Like, oh, it's so stupid that I'm like, okay, wow, where have I heard this from before? It's when it comes to that though. Everything else, it's like, oh yeah, we agree or everything. But when it comes to that, it's like his reasoning is like, what? To me, this is one part why I'm centrist. What happened to Charlie Kirk was a terrible, terrible thing. Same with the attacks on Trump. Is invalid. If you know, you know. These people are not to be cuddled or coddled. Just warned that all their thoughts are sabotaged by who knows who, and etc. All needed is collapse in CCPP. Those who are responsible for what's going on will be held responsible, in my opinion. The sad reality is, my opinion, whoever's running the show, whoever's deciding to do these things to the world or the people, society, in the end, they won't live anymore. Everyone dies. And then when their time is up, when their number's up, they have to face God for their actions. And that's something I don't envy. On earth, they have power. But once you're not in this earth, it's a different ball game. But I also remember the right wing made a point. I'm curious to know. I know it's a little late to ask why, but I'm curious to know the next time you hear Bucho. I'm curious to know what exactly those are. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I'm legitimately curious to know which motivated political violence, besides the Timothy McVeigh thing that happened like 30 years ago. Excuse me. So, also, oh damn, I shouldn't have pressed that. Whoops. Also, yeah, I like Trump as president. I like Trump and with many things. But do I think he's a saint? No. Do I think he's like the perfect person in existence? No, absolutely not. There are a lot of people that's, again, as a Christian, is not right to do that, to idolize somebody like that. It's okay to be a fan. It's okay to follow them in certain aspects or admire them. Cool. You know, I admire him and in many ways. In some ways I don't. But I don't, you know, plaster my house with like, Trump or anything like that. I no, don't need to. Don't need to. The only person I truly ever put my faith and focus on is Christ. That's it. That's it. That's all I need to do. Because humans, we are all flawed. We can all be evil. We can all be righteous, and everything in between. So, and I learned that recently because you guys know, third means you're empty to the max. What's third? Left violence is massive, and Soros paid for the most. But what the f are you doing? Love your effing country and heritage. Don't listen to liars. Is that too much? You see, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Ski. It's not what you say. I guess it's how you say it. You know what I mean? Again, your approach. What's your take on the motivated Patrick Crusius? I'm not familiar with that. I have to look into that. Unless you're talking to Ski. But again, I'm not familiar with that. I have to look into that. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Because people like to say, "Oh, religion is such a problem." If it weren't for religion, we'd have no problems. That's not true. We would have people were murdering each other long before religion ever existed. People were stealing and assaulting and doing all awful things before there was even a word even written on any book. So it, that's what I'm trying to say. I think politics, in my opinion, that's what really divided us because it, as an American, we should all be Christian, right? And accept the religions that are peaceful. Keyword that are peaceful. Okay, to coexist with us, but don't forget this is a Christian country. But it's the politics that really truly ruined, I think, the fabric of society in every country because we're not the only country that goes through this. Japan is going through it, England is going through it, Ireland is going through it. It's ridiculous. But I have seen a pattern of what people's beliefs and principles stem from on both sides. And that's why I made a choice before. Just to let you know, I'm going to end this stream in 20 minutes. Yeah, I went that long. I shouldn't have gone that long because I was feeling sick earlier. So, mm, so, and don't get me wrong, I get heated too. Some of you guys know when like it's like politics kind of get me heated, kind of, but it's crime that really gets me like heated. If the wrong thing is said, I'm like, really? Okay. But so far, I haven't encountered anyone here in this chat that it's that much extreme against my views. That's fair. He's not as famous as McVeigh or, of course, Crucius committed the El Paso Walmart shooting. I think I remember that. Because, all right, here's the thing, Booch. Because you can come up, when I say come up, I mean reminisce news stories that happen, right? Answer about the effing murderers in my country, Bucho. What country is that, Ski? I missed that you said anything. Anyways, what was I gonna say? So yeah, you can bring up what happened in Oklahoma City and everything, and Not that I'm excusing it. No, that's awful. It's evil. Those who did what they did should be brought to justice, and they have been. But see, those are clusters, right? Moments of a crime that was so heinous, the world took notice. But what I'm focused on is everything in between, because that also counts. So while people bring up, what about this guy that bombed this, and this guy that did that, and this guy that did this, I'm thinking about, what about the dude who pushed that old lady in the subway tracks yesterday? What about the woman that stomped on the head of her 2-year-old child? What about the woman who murdered her husband because she wanted to get his inheritance? And so forth, and so forth, and so forth. The everyday crimes that happen, to me, are just as bad than the big ones that the world takes notice. Excuse me. Also, Ski, just remember, I know you don't agree with Bucho on his opinions and views. Dang. But just remember, he did say he's centrist. It's not like he said, yeah, I'm a leftist. Fuck right people. Because there's a huge difference between those people. Believe me. Again, one of my friends, he's centrist slash right, I guess. And we would have this. We would have similar topics too. I'm sorry, similar conversations. It's in Europe. You know what? We don't like the left here, while being almost. You're the effing problem, not ourselves. Okay. So he doesn't like leftists. Fair enough. I can see why. I can see why. You'll get no argument on me about the small acts of violence. I'm specifically addressing the claim that the extreme left perpetrates more violence than the extreme right over the last. See, that's something I completely disagree with you on. Because going back to the smaller violence, you know why that's so rampant now? The smaller ones, the people being pushed on subways and all that stuff, is because leftist judges and liberal judges and DAs and lawyers allow these criminals with rap sheets who've been arrested like 5 million times repeatedly out on the street. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but because it's usually a leftist and liberal that allows that to happen. And that's what angers me, because crime shouldn't be left and right. It's just playing good and evil. Like, listen, you did this to this old lady, you should be locked up for 50 years, at least. But for some reason, it's like, oh, we should take pity on him because he grew up in the wrong neighborhood, or he's a victim of blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no. What he did was wrong. You know what he did was wrong. He should be incarcerated for the rest of his life. And that's, you know how I know that? Because I see that on the news. I see it with my own eyes here in New York City. And I think, crap. For what it's worth, I voted for center-right candidates in the last 2 elections in New Zealand. As long as I can't speak on who you vote for in New Zealand because I don't know the candidates. But you're an intelligent man, so I trust your judgment on that one. But all I can say is this. Coming from somebody who's from New York, please don't ever vote for someone who's soft on crime. Don't ever vote for someone who's like, oh, well, we're going to like it's wrong to be harsh on criminals, and because no, don't do that. Then you know what's going to happen? Then Auckland and Christchurch and Wellington is going to end up exactly like New York City. And you do not want, believe me, you do not want those beautiful places to end up like the way New York City is now. I can't stand it here. I loved New York at one point. And I wish I can say, you know, you guys could come, you should come to New York, and you still should, but you won't enjoy it because it's not the way it used to be. It's not the way it used to be because of the crime. Crime was always the problem here in New York. Always. I'm sure people can get over the garbage and all that, which is also bad. Or people being rude. Hey, that's New Yorkers, right? But the crime, you cannot excuse that in any way, shape, or form. I don't know about New Zealand, but I know in Australia they want to be lenient on people who are from other countries and committing crimes. Again, you can't say that about this. You can't say that about that. Like, why not? Why not? Um, Bucho, are you familiar with this YouTuber called Sydney Watson? No, Bucho, you're a part of the problem with your leftism. You know, looting shops, burning cars, expensive hobby, breaking pavements, state infrastructure. Everyone pays is not your privilege. So that's something where ski is coming from. I have to deal with too, because when people are like, "Oh, it's wrong to say this and that," but at the same time, a lot of people don't know what it's like living in a place like New York or Chicago, where people go fucking ballistic and burn down cities and explode cars and take literally streets hostage for whatever reason. That's not right. No civilized society should have to go through that at all, be it people who are domestic or foreign. But for some reason, these liberal politicians allow that to happen. I agree the U.S. needs more law office officials who are tough on crime. She was not tough on crime. She was not. She was not. The thing is with a lot of with these leftist politicians, they like to tell you what you want to hear, right? And one of the things I like about Trump is that he like, again, what he says is like, yeah, we need to be harsh on crime. And I know people don't like the way he speaks, like, it's those, it's the terrorists and blah blah blah, and they're like, oh, who are you to say? Like, well, who is he wrong though? Is he wrong? Kamala wanted. She was definitely biased towards people of her group that commit crimes, and she wanted to be more lenient on that, because their solution is we need to be more lenient and have more educational things. Yeah, but the criminals who don't care about education are just going to keep on doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. She was such a hard ass, jailing 100 people for weed. Weed. I used to be for legalizing weed. Now I'm against it, because the way people just abuse that so much, it changed my mind. It changed my mind. It wasn't a politician. It was just the way people are in the streets with that. It's like if smoking isn't illegal, but it's illegal in different places. But it's like if people were smoking everywhere you went, and they smell like cigarette smoke and all that stuff, and it was just okay. I'm tired of this. Trying to jail parents whose kids skip school. That I agree with, but it should be more than that though. Skipping school, what's going on and with these teenagers that are like ransacking businesses, their parents should also be held accountable. I don't see anybody doing anything about that. Opposing certain inmate release measures and fighting to keep convictions in place even when cases were challenged on grounds of prosecutional misconduct. The effing crime from the left, mucho bucho. Stop skirting the issue. You know what I'm saying. The extreme left of the Dems were anti-Kamala because she was too tough on crime. Oh, now you've been called out and all your arguments need to be pivoted for public acceptance. Lenism much. I don't think he's going to answer you if you keep saying again, Ski, I understand what you're coming from. It's your approach. I understand what you mean, dude. Seriously, I do. But Kamala in herself was is not the brightest person. For one thing, she was never properly appointed to the as a candidate for as president. She wasn't voted in. She was just forced in there. I heard even Biden didn't like her, but you gotta look good for the camera, right? And I didn't like how she was fake most of the time. Where it was, let's say there was a speech in Congress, she would talk normal like us. And then when she went to the hood areas, right, she'd be like, "Hey y'all, how y'all doing?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop, don't do that. Um, for the fifth time, well, it means you're not participating. You're just trying to win for. I don't think he's trying to participate or anything. He's just like doesn't want to answer you. I think that's what he's trying to say without saying it. I'm not being serious about Kamala. I thought she was terrible. Oh, I didn't. Do you think Bucho? If we're having a serious conversation, and you say something like that, I can't read sarcasm or like, you know what I mean. So if we were joking this whole time, I'd be like, oh yeah. I'm like, wait, I don't get it. Tactics are tactics. Tactics are tactics. I'm not being serious about Kamala. I thought she was terrible candidate. I'm just goofing because I know. Oh, okay. See, again, I can't. When we have a serious topic, all of a sudden you're like, you thought she was great. What? You think this is about winning? This is what I want. I want the whole world to wake up because what's going on in the world is beyond politics. Whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not, it is. It is literally good versus evil. But that's something people have to find out on their own. And again, I'm not saying the right is like, oh yeah, that's the side of the righteous, and it's the one's doing a lot less damage than the other. I bet Kamala has at least seen Top Gun Maverick though. Now that hurt. That really hurt. Just because just for that I'm gonna end the stream. Okay. I gotta end the stream anyways in a few minutes. I'm going to see Top Gun sooner or later. Man. But I'm not gonna ask where Ski is from specifically, but there are a lot of places in Europe that really got effed. Really got effed by these politicians that think they know better than people who live in those countries their entire lives. Like the Irish, right? The Irish man. It's like you can't put someone from Zimbabwe or Pakistan and give them a passport and like, look, they're Irish now. They're not Irish. They're not. Listen, I love Japan. I've never been to Japan, but I respect the Japanese culture. I respect their traditions and their principles. It's an amazing culture they have there. But if I ever live there, I'm still never gonna be Japanese. It may say so on my passport over, but I know I'm not, and I'm not trying to be Japanese. The only thing I can do is just respect their civilization and their society and what they laid out for the rest of the world to experience. But the second I disrespect them, the second I think my ways are better than theirs in their own home country, I should leave. And anyone like that should leave. You know, it's funny because on Twitter, a lot of Japanese people are saying that. A lot of Japanese people don't like foreigners. And because people call Japanese people xenophobic. And I understand why. And I understand why they're xenophobic 100%. I don't see us being in the contest. I'm too old to take anyone who argues the way you do seriously. Well, I don't know. Ski does have the number one crown in the chat, so I'm kidding. I mean, he does have the. I'm just saying, like, that's just something you should take note. Okay. Let me get rid of that. I had this on this whole time. Oh my god. No, what are you doing? Sorry, not you guys. What is that? What? Why did my? Hold on. My OBS just went crazy for some reason. That's so weird. I did that. I don't understand why I did that. Oh. That's weird. I don't know why I did that. Okay, anyways. I say this as genuine advice to you, if you seriously want to change minds, if you seriously want to be taken seriously, be much, much, much more like Wraith. It's basically because the thing is, I agree with Ski. Is his passion and what he's saying is true. Again, but it's his approach that's something, and that's something I learned by myself because again, there it is. Sorry. I finally fixed it. I don't know why it was like that. Okay, sorry. Can you guys see the? What? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I know you guys probably see like a weird thing in the screen. Sorry. Fix this crap. All right, I gotta go in a minute, so don't hate each other, guys. Disagree, don't hate each other, because that's what they want us to do. You want to talk about agendas? That's what they want us to do. They want us at each other's throats. Passion is good, but if you let it get out of control, it can overwhelm your ability to communicate effectively. 100%. 100%. That's why I don't like those a lot of those crazy leftists that just scream their head off and like I'm like, you do know if you just talk like a human being, I'm more inclined to listen to you. But if you're screaming, if you have that fucking bullhorn, brr, brr, you know, like in my ear, you're doing the exact opposite. You're doing the exact opposite. So because like I said, Ski, I'm 100% agreeing with you, but you gotta have a different approach and a better approach. And you basically you have to know how the battles you're in. Gotta know what kind of tools and weapons you use in the battle. If someone's trying to fist fight you, you fist fight them back. If someone's trying to shoot at you, you shoot them back. If someone's trying to get at you with a tank, get in the tank. You're gonna have this music stuck in my head for the next 4 hours. Good. That's punishment. I'm kidding. I like this is my favorite Mario song actually. Anyways. Yeah. That's why I tell people all the time. Doesn't matter what side you're on. If you want to come at me respectfully and civilized. That's it. If you're gonna come at me like you're a fucking raving lunatic, it's not gonna do much. It's the old saying: you can catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Even though that's so stupid, but I understand what they're trying to say. Anyways, don't worry, Booch. This music's going away in a matter of minutes. Actually, in 2 minutes. Let me move this here. Move that there. Because I gotta go. It's like 5 something. Yay! I made it another stream. Oh crap! Oh, that was close. All right, here it is. And no heart, dude. So, despite what transpired the last half hour, I had a very good time. I mean, I had a good time regardless, but I'm just saying. It's just the way it is. When you have a topic about politics and religion, there's bound to be people who are gonna butt heads. That's natural. That's nothing new to me. That's nothing new. It's just how things are approached and how things are handled by each individual, including myself. So glad I caught you tonight, Ray. It's been too long. I appreciate that you've been here. You here, Booch. As always. Yeah, you've been here for a while. I think that's a record because usually you're here for like 10, 15 minutes and you go, and that's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, it's good to have you here for a bit. I'm actually in Australia at the moment, so my schedule's been over. Oh, okay. Made it harder to line up with your stream times. Gotcha. So you're over there now. Are you switching sides? Are you like? I'm kidding. It's like you play for their team now. You're in Team Aussie now. I'm joking. We have everything here: free university, free healthcare, free hospital, free food for the old. Last thing we need is Jay. The last thing anybody needs is parasites in a good country. That's what I agree on. Be it in Europe, in North America, anywhere. Getting settled now, though, Melbourne being 2 hours behind. Oh, so it's even behind even further. Damn. That means I can stick with your stream. Oh, okay, cool. Instead of having to leave early to get my beauty sleep. So you're 2 hours behind your normal schedule. Okay, that's good. All right, understood. Oh, more videos coming from my channel. Gonna have a brand new Seinfeld short out in a few hours, in exactly 5 hours, to be exact. And then more shorts on The Simpsons on Sunday. I don't know why I said it like that. And then I'm gonna try to do more South Park ones. If that's gonna be good, I'm not sure. Because the last one no one cared about, so. Ski Man, I think he gets it. I think he should just end it right now. Leave it alone. He gets it. The cat gets it. Right, kitty? And he's busy listening to music. Oh. I'm gonna have more Pragmata videos soon. Don't think I forgot about that. I still have to play the game. I was supposed to play yet today actually, but I was sick. I feel a lot better now. I'm gonna eat something because I'm starving. And then I'm going to go to sleep. Then tomorrow, more Pragmata. I don't know if we'd be up by tomorrow. Today's Thursday, right? Okay. Just making sure. Friday I'll be back streaming. Same time, maybe a little earlier at 12:30. Seems like more people show up later. It's weird. I don't know. But it's Friday. I'm trying to go. Maybe Friday nights I'll change it to 10 to like 2. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll see. Maybe. Don't know. I was like, well, I'm gonna end the stream in a minute when the song's done. So there's not gonna be any more comments about this guy or that guy. So hope you guys can just relax, chill, and don't worry about this for now. Again, I understand each one of you has your own opinion. So yeah. I just like this song. It's another 2 minutes and then we're gonna be done here. So just one of the greatest video game songs of all time. Just, yeah. Also, I have been doing a lot of research and a lot of research into forming season 4 of my YouTube channel. I may do something drastically different or slightly different. I'm not sure. Hope you have a great night, Wraith. You too, Penguin. You too, Penguin. Take care of yourself. And the cat says, take care of yourself too. See? The cat loves everybody, right, Kitty? Yeah. Cat just wants everyone to vibe like he's doing. Still working a second cat? That too. When I say work on my season 4, I mean the structure of my live streams, maybe the frequency. I may do once a week. I don't know. But again, I also have to focus on my Rumble channel. I have to focus on a lot of things. Yeah. It's a lot of work I'm doing. A lot of work. Not to mention doing content. Something you guys haven't seen before either. Because my text strip it fell flat on content, which is my fault. We should have done a lot of better things. I should have had the video out for you by now, but it's not that much. But I'll do my best. All right, Ski, I understand. Take care, all right, Ski? Everybody take care. So, looks like I missed out on a debate, but in all honesty, I am a bit tired of that stuff. Me too. You know, again, my streamers and channel isn't about that, but there are going to be conversations about that, about anything. I personally, you know what topic I want to talk about all the time? Food. You want to hear disagreements? Show up when people are talking about pizza toppings. That's a fucking bloodbath right there. I'm kidding. But yeah. But with my channel and my streams, I feel it's an obligation. We should at least talk about serious topics once in a while. So I just want people to do their job. I don't need a political debate about making the lights work. Yeah, I know. I just want the right people to do the right job. That's it. Burning hell. Dude, Ski. Easy. Alright, now I'm gonna end it. So, I like to have no wars and affordable costs for living. I want to have the same thing, no crime and no BS. That's it. It's all good. We got it in our system. Next time it'll be wall to wall food talk. Yes, that's something. Anyhows, I'll end it now. Thank you everyone who showed up. Bucho, Ski, Penguin, BC, everyone. Thank you so much. And Tres, of course. You guys take care of yourself. So that being said, stay frosty, give them hell, and Godspeed. Wraith out.